It's not very often that...
Am I talking too long, by the way?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
All right, okay.
It's
You're
not-
doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
All right.
I was going to say, it's not very often that reporters get to work in the market of their hometown.
I know.
How does it feel to be working in Philadelphia?
It's really cool. I think one of the neat things is when I go back to my high school reunion, the kids used to beat me up. Now want to be my friend. You know, the football players and the kids used to wear like the Marlboros in their shirt sleeves and whatever. I don't know if they do that kind of stuff now, but you know, the kids who weren't that nice to me are now, hey, Mark, blah, 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 blah. So you know, there's a little bit of satisfaction with that, but I think it works to my advantage because I'm able to relate to the Philadelphia sports fan because I am one. So when I'm doing games, I like to think that I have the same passion, that I look at the game with the same emotion that they look at the game. So you know, it's a real buzz to be able to do something like that, to know that I rooted for the Sixers when I was a kid, and now I'm doing their games. It's really surreal. I don't even believe that it's happening. The whole thing, I tell people all the time, it's an out-of-body experience, and that one day I'm going to be like, 90 years old and semi-conscious, and they're going to say, you did the Sixers for X amount of years, and yeah, sure, whatever, because it's been that kind of experience.
Do you have a favorite moment with a certain broadcast that you have done?
Well, when you're a performer, many times you tend to remember the mistakes you made, the embarrassing moments, that sort of thing. So you remember a lot of that stuff, and you hope that you learned lessons from that, or that it wasn't too dehumanizing. But I would say, I started doing the Sixers in '94, and 98, 99, the 98-99 season, the Sixers were in the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. And it was the first ever Sixers playoff game at what was then the Wachovia Center. And the Sixers had already split the first 2 games of the series in Orlando. The Magic was their opponent. So, you had to picture the arena was absolutely rocking. I mean, you couldn't hear yourself think from tip-off to buzzer. I remember Matt Geiger, who was playing for the Sixers then, almost had a fight with the Orlando coach, Chuck Daly. Allen Iverson had an NBA playoff record, 10 steals, and the Sixers won the game. And it will always stick out as just a great moment where it was a first for me. It was a first in 8 years for Sixers fans, and that one would certainly be a high point for me.
And you have a family.
I do.
How do you manage to balance your work life, especially during a busy season? How do you manage to balance your work life and your family?
I don't. My wife takes care of everything. She's the greatest. She's beautiful. I've been married for 28 years. I have 2 wonderful children. I am blessed in that regard. And what I do is when I'm home, I'm not watching other NBA games or other sports. I try to strike a balance whereby I know that my wife could really care less, and my kids are sometimes a little bit indifferent, so I get into their world, and I think in doing so that helps when I'm out of town or I gotta do homework for a game, that sort of thing.
Your kids must think it's pretty cool to be able to, do they go to the games that you're announcing?
Well, it's like anything else. I guess it's probably like Barack Obama's kids, like, all right, Dad's going to work today. That's what he does. He's the president. I don't mean to equate what I do, on such a level, but the point is that's what they were born into. They don't know any better. So because they were always surrounded by that, it's like, all right, this is what Dad does. And, they hear it from their kids at school. Some of it's positive, some of it's negative, but they're okay with it. And in fact, neither one wants to follow in my footsteps, which is fine. They're pursuing their own dreams. And if they go to a game, fine. And if not, that's fine too. It's my work, and that's what I do.